Hello, everyone. I think we are live, coming to you live on a Tuesday. How about that? This was the content that I had ready for you on Sunday to be recorded, and I got 40 minutes into it, and then the internet decided to just call it a day, and so did I. So anyway, I'm coming to you now after my day job. Now I get to do some fun crafting with you, and we are working with June's paper pumpkin kit. I've got it right here in my, well, I was going to say hot little hands, lotioned hands. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to unbox, well, I've already unboxed it, let's be honest. I'm going to show you the cards as designed. And then we're going to make a couple of alternates together, okay? So as you come in, just say hello. I know lots of you are not expecting to see me. Well, hi, Roz. I'm so glad you're here. And so, yeah, a lot of you aren't expecting to see me. I'm a little surprised, either live or on replay. So hello, Deborah. Very nice to see you, girls. I'm glad you could join me. We are going to work with Paper Pumpkin, and so let's see. I guess I'll just point you down. I don't have anything else too exciting to tell you. Full screen here. So, this is me working from home. Pretty simple. My hair was actually about out to here, I'd say. So I tied it up real quick. So anyway, you get this super fancy do. Okay, sorry. I don't have a hair and makeup person. Darn it. I wish we did. But okay, so this looks much more colorful and gorgeous than my hair today. So here we have the beautiful June paper pumpkin cards as designed. Now this month we received supplies to make 3 of each of these cards. And I mean, just take a bow. Would you look at this? She is like a prom queen. What can I say? They're all really pretty. This isn't my favorite design. It probably will surprise you. But in any case, this is gorgeous. A little bit of stamping, a sentiment, a beautiful overlay, and then there you have a stunner of a card. Oh, and jewelry too. All in this little box that comes to your mailbox each and every month. So we will talk a little bit more about that as I get into it. First of all, I have got various things on here, various adhesives. That's why I love this mat though, because it just kind of rubs off super easy. You can purchase this mat at thestampingzoo.com along with all sorts of little tools that go with it for $60. And you can purchase that or thousands of other paper crafting supplies. Again, over at thestampingzoo.com, just hit that Shop Now tab and just take a look. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so one of the things that means is that I sell all of these beautiful products, including subscriptions to Paper Pumpkin and so much more. If you would like to take a look at my current offerings, just look at all the links in the description below this video, and maybe you'll want to join me for one or all of them if you're not already joining me. I know some of you are. And hello, Jenny. She has to do replay. That's totally fine. She has company. That's good. Okay, so this one's my favorite. Well, I shouldn't say we. I don't design often with diamonds. You have a lot of weird pieces of waste when you cut it, and so I just don't often. But man, I love this. Isn't that great? And then finally we have this one, which who wouldn't love it, because it's got all these tones of berry burst and pretty peacock and this beautiful gold. Now, as you will see here, all card bases are double-sided this month, which really comes in handy. I sliced and diced, to be sure. Let's see, do we want to open the kit first? Yes, we're going to open the kit first, and then I'm going to show you some coordinating products that are available to demonstrators or in a starter kit now, or as part of, to customers on July 1st, okay? So this, you had to have ordered by subscription and received it already. You can get yourself the next month's kit simply by clicking the link in this video. As I mentioned, there's a link for Paper Pumpkin subscription, which can be canceled or paused at any time. Simply a little click down menu. It's very easy. I would not lead you astray. Okay. First thing that I like to show in the box are these beautiful color instructions. And so you get the layout immediately of how many of each design you're going to make. And it shows you that we have beautiful envelopes to go along with it. On the back, it shows you the layout of all of the supplies. This kit is about, well, I think it's $25, and that includes shipping. And you get $2 in Stampin Rewards back to use on a future purchase. Okay, so here are the contents, and then here are the coordinating colors. You know, if you've been around for a while, that Stampin' Up! Is brilliant at its color coordination, and the Paper Pumpkin is no exception to that. So you can grab any or all extra supplies you would like and add that to these cards, and that is what we're going to do today. Oh, sorry, there are also each quarter, Paper Pumpkin subscribers can opt to purchase an additional die kit for $12. This is this quarter's kit. I don't have it. It's cute. I just didn't get it this time. So then the instructions inside, there are no words. Literally, there are no words. It's just pictures, a ruler. So if you have linen, twine, or any kind of ribbons in here, or anything else to measure, you don't even need a ruler. Again, you just need this Paper Pumpkin box and maybe a pair of scissors. All right? Then it does not look like this, but when you get it, okay? It is packaged in this beautiful tissue paper. Usually it's Pool Party, unless they're doing a special release box. But I've already been slicing and dicing, right? And getting ready to make some alternates. And trying to make alternates again when my recording shut down on Sunday. So I have all sorts of stuff sliced in here, but let me show you. Basically, you get all the card supplies with envelopes. You also get more than enough adhesives for whatever kits or whatever the kits require. Okay, this month, this is what they sent us: tear and tape, dimensionals, and glue dots. We will talk about these. We have a love or hate thing about these. No one's ambivalent about this sheet of glue dots. Either love them or hate them. I really have come to love them. And so I'll show you how I apply them. And once you get the hang of it, I think it might even be quicker than getting them off the roll. Oh, I set this aside. You get a stamp set. And so this is the current month's stamp set. Let's celebrate you. Thank you. Happy birthday to a wonderful friend. Miss you. And then 3 leaf images. I love it. Here it is in print, in case you want to take this and use it as a label for how when you store and package these up. We have some options for that in our albums, and then we have some segmented sheets that you can use for this. But in any case, however you store them, you've got this label should you want to use it. Okay, then the kit supplies. Again, I have taken some pieces and parts out. They by no means come to you looking like this, right? Who has their Paper Pumpkin already for June? And tell me if you don't currently receive Paper Pumpkin and don't know anything about it. Okay, so anyway, I've taken pieces and parts out, but you will have all the pieces you need and some extras for stamping, die cutting, adhering, making the cards as designed. And it's not always cards, I should say that. Sometimes it's different packaging or decor, but we always have a hint ahead of time so that, again, you can pick and choose just those months that you want to receive the Paper Pumpkin kit. Again, it is very easy to pause your subscription whether you're on vacation, whether you don't care for the kit. But I will tell you, be warned, if you pause a kit because you don't think you like the sneak peek, you're probably going to love the projects. That's what happens to me. Okay, so the card bases look like this. Of course, I have already cut up some of them. Okay, and then here are the beautiful envelopes. We've got a really cool diamond pattern in Timid Tiger, one of our newest in colors. And they are all same design for this kit. Lots of times they are different designs for based on the cards. But here again are the cards as designed. Now I'm not going to make them with you. They are basic construction, not difficult at all. And of course you have all sorts of instructions to help you along. So what we are going to do today is we are going to make a couple of alternates. And before we jump into that, I'm going to show you the extra supplies that I'm going to add to make these alternates. This month's paper pumpkin, as I told you, sometimes there will be special releases, special themes, or the paper pumpkin will coordinate with other products we have. Such is the case with June's paper pumpkin. It coordinates with the Full of Charm suite of products going live to customers July 1st or live for pre-order right now. And I went for it because it's really a nice set of products. I'm going to have so much fun with these, and so are you. Okay, so it's a grouping of products here. Again, it's a suite. All right, we have, whoops, don't roll away on me now. And who ordered this? Who ordered the Full of Charm suite for pieces and parts? Here are the self-adhesive dots that go with this. Berry Burst, Night of Navy, and Petal Pink. Beautiful. Then we've got some really unique and very nice deluxe twine. It is twine, I don't know how many separate pieces. As you can see, it's very easy to separate the segments, but otherwise you just have this like loose, I don't know, almost looks like a Celtic knot. It's like a loose braid in there. And you can take that apart or use it as is. And again, well, I think I said petal pink, but it's called Petal Pink Braided Trim. And it's like our linen twine, only it's colored petal pink. Okay, then we have Charming Day. Roz says she has this. Yes? Or no, you guys are saying hi to each other. Okay, that's all right. Debbie Green has this. She just got it yesterday. Debbie, good job. Twinsies, we think alike. And have you made something with it yet or just got it in the mail? No pressure. I understand. Okay, here are the beautiful dies. There are dies that coordinate, such as these bull images here. And then there are dies to cut out the imagery in this really beautiful stamp set. It is cling. And when I first stamped this, I kind of, took my breath away a little bit. Now, hopefully I can contain myself today. But I just stamped it brand new on Sunday when I was, when I was recording this thing. And so I'm kind of have it worked out, but we're going to pretend I haven't done it yet, okay? So anyway, we've got a thanks for being there. Happy birthday. Can't wait to see you again soon. You made my day. And hey, who doesn't want a hey? This looks to me, what do I want to say? It's not casual, but it's sort of casual, both in sentiment and in font. And so anyway, I just love it. These big open images, of course, you can heat emboss, watercolor, color with markers, blends or water markers or colored pencils. And we are going to use a little water treatment today, but maybe not in the way you're thinking. Okay, let's take a look at this paper now. Again, some of it's sliced and diced, but I'm going to show you the A side and the B side. Okay, these papers are double-sided. And so here's the first one. You can see all these beautiful combinations of colors. this petal pink and pretty peacock and then timid tiger, but we also have, I think this is freesia. Let me check. Just like on the back of the paper pumpkin, we have a legend. Oh, I will do my best to inspire. You come here for me to inspire, educate, and entertain, not necessarily in that order, so I will do my best, Debbie. We've got Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, and Timid Tiger. Okay, so just like on the back of the paper pumpkin, you can see on the back of the designer series papers the colors. So this is kind of like a washed out Berry Burst. Love it. With a more intense watercolor wash on the back. Oh, yes. It's just like a lush, every one of them is a lush garden scene. Let's see. This is how this one goes. Look at this timid tiger. It's so pretty. And here we have just all of this, all of these branches that coordinate with, well, we have this stamp, but then in the paper pumpkin kit, we have this stamp, which looks just like it. So I love how they have done a give and take between the paper pumpkin and this suite of products. If you have both of them, oh my gosh, think of all the mixing and matching you can do. Okay, here's another one, possibly my favorite. It's so gorge, and I love how we are getting used to that timid tiger, and then with a mossy meadow watercolor wash, if you so choose. Those watercolor washes are great when you want to really make your stamping the feature. And then this one, oh no, I think this one might be my favorite. I don't even like real roses, you guys, but there's something about it. Oh, so pretty. And then this is that same pattern that we saw Timid Tiger in, only in different hues of Night of Navy. Almost looks like Misty Moonlight too. Okay, and then finally, oh no, this is my favorite. No, this really is my favorite because of the judicious use of Blackberry Bliss. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at it. It's hurting my heart. So beautiful. Okay, so those are the papers. And so now you know all the beautiful choices you're going to have. Not if, but when you purchase the Full of Charm suite. Okay. And so let me bring in the supplies and kind of talk you through the cards we're going to work on here. The first one I have, of course, an envelope. And then I cut the back off of one of the card designs. And they're all chopped up, so I can't show you a plain one, but it's this card design. Don't worry, because we're going to try and use the other pieces and parts. Okay, and I have a Timid Tiger card base and a peach pie card insert. Yes, look how those two go together. And then this, again, I trimmed down to 3 3/4 by 5, I think. Yeah, 3 3/4 by 5 for the front. Okay, and then I cut a piece. This is where we go off the rails. Not really off the rails, but this is where I think I just gathered everything up. I went fine. Okay, so when the recording broke down on Sunday on me, I was like, fine. I don't want to look at you right now. Oh, okay. This is where that comes from. So then I decided we were going to take this Timid Tiger, put it on the bottom, and have a strip of gold foil. Okay, that's an added supply, not in the kit or in the suite, but once you have the gold foil, you have plenty of it. Okay, now I think we shall stamp this largest flower image and make it our focal point on this card, where we're going to use the chopped up paper pumpkin. And that should be big enough. Let me see. I'm just using. Oh yeah, we can do it. So this is the image. It is red rubber, which really stamps beautifully. I think it stamps a lot smoother than photopolymer. However, of course, photopolymer, we can't, what I want to say, we can't stamp without photopolymer now because we love the two-step stamping and being able to have exact placement with those see-through stamps. But when you don't need exact placement, you just use the beautiful red rubber. Red rubber is also better for the more detailed stamps, and maybe that's why they decided to use it, because of the sentiments. Oh my lord. Okay, it's beautiful. So I stamped it in early espresso, and I took my cue from the kit and the papers, but the kit uses early espresso. In fact, this overlay, as you can see here, this outline is actually an overlay that you apply over the top just with the glue dots, and it is almost all early espresso. So I thought, yes, this is pretty. So it's really standing in for black, right? If you really wanted to, you could totally use the black. But this is what's going to go across the front. Now, let's see. First, I want to clean this because I can see I would totally stick my hand on that. Roz has this DSP. Perfect. Lori just ordered hers. Okay. Great minds, right? Great minds. We always sit here and what I want to say, encourage each other. Okay. Oh, the colors. What colors do I want to use? I want to grab, I'm going to use blends because that's my wheelhouse when it comes to the coloring tools. And probably yours too. We love them. They go on like butter, don't they? Just like butter. And then let's grab the Timid Tiger, of course. And let's do the Berry Burst because I love Berry Burst. Kind of riding the line between pink and purple. What's not to love? Okay, so of course I want to do that main rose in the Timid Tiger. And you guys, your job is to chat with me while we're doing this, right? So you can tell me what coloring tools you prefer. You can tell me what you've been doing today. Is anyone just getting off from work like I am? Or you lovelies that are retired, what have you been doing? What do retirees do on a random Tuesday? Okay, I'm just going to go through here and kind of use the dark Timid Tiger. See, I have to learn these names. So I'm just using the dark Timid Tiger to add some contrast right along where the artist has already drawn these different lines to kind of define the petals. They're loosely defined, as you saw on the paper. Kind of some soft lines, some watercolor. Then I'm going to bring the light blend in. So if you haven't colored with blends before, please get a couple colors. They are sold in combo packs of 2, a light and dark version of just about all of the colors in our color families and our in colors. So please give them a try. They go on and then they blend with each other. So you can get lots of shading effect very easily. Okay, now that's just really pretty right away. Now that I've kind of laid down a base, I'm going to come back in with the dark. I tend to be heavy-handed, and so this is the pattern that I would normally use. A little bit of dark, a lot of light, and then a little more dark. You might do just the opposite. That's what I want to say. There's no wrong way. Like, you don't have to use them just in one way, and you don't have to just use them paired by their same colors. I could very easily bring Cajun Craze in with this Timid Tiger, and I think get an even more dramatic contrast. But I really want to keep it in these 2 or 3 colors, and so the Timid Tiger, light and dark, they do a great job together, as you can see here. Now this will smooth out a little bit, but I don't want all of the contrast to go away. And there, just with very little work, as you saw, is a gorgeous timid tiger rose. Okay, let's bring that berry burst in now. Let's do the little rose berry burst. Now, they wouldn't be growing on the same plant. This is a cut. It's a cutting of flowers, right? That's why they're. Deborah has the paper and the gems, right? As she's mentioning, you can buy pieces and parts or the whole darn thing. If at any time even one of the items sells out of a suite, then you cannot use the item number that represents one of everything in the suite. But don't worry about that. So if at any time, like let's say that ribbon sells out, but you want everything else and then you're just going to wait for the ribbon, just purchase them separately, put them into the search bar, and bring them up. Add to cart. It's as easy as that. You can still search on the suite and it will show you all the pieces and parts that go into a suite. You can then add them that way. Our search feature is fantastic. It's what I use now, much more than the catalogs. I really just jump online. It tells me up to the, well, it's the most, I don't want to say up to the minute because I don't know how often they do this, but it tells you all the time about current inventory. And so if you have any questions along those lines, it's very easy to see if something's in low inventory or not available. And if you're a demonstrator, we even have estimated return dates on things that are out of inventory. So if you've ordered something from me or if you're looking for something, please just drop me a text or an email or a message here, and I'm happy to let you know what the expected return dates are on any of the products. Ooh, hey, look at what we're doing here. This is very pretty. I'm liking it. Okay, and then I just brought in Old Olive. Again, I don't have too much. Yeah, it's a hybrid rose. It's a special hybrid rose, Debbie. Only grown at Stampin' Up. Okay, so I'm going to come in here with the light, and I'm using the paintbrush end because I can cover a little bit more real estate here with big swipes. I'm not being too careful. In fact, I want to leave a little bit of white for interest. And so you can do that. They're all going to have some color on them for this. For my card, your card might be totally different. As you saw when I stamped that, you just left it like that, stamped, it's enough, you know? It's totally enough. Just stamped and left quote unquote plain because it's quite beautiful. It would be more than enough if you heat embossed it. Oh, wouldn't it though? Okay, that's beautiful. I really don't want to add a lot of Old Olive dark, but of course I'm going to come around and do a little bit anyway. I can't resist. And again, we've got these veining lines, which are just so easy to use as a guide. So right where the leaf comes up by the flower, it would be shaded. So we're going to pretend that I'm doing realization shading here. And probably in there it would be. Now out here is just for fun. Just for fun. Then I'm going to bring the white in again because I want a soft contrast on these. I don't want as sharp as in the roses themselves. Okay, the blends markers are also buildable, and by that I mean you can get different shades of the same light marker simply by going over areas more than once. So see, I've gone over this once, Then I came back and I went over it twice and really created like a third color between light and dark. So you can do that several times. I don't know exactly how many times, but I'm going to show you right over here. This has no dark veining, right? But I'm going to still build some interest just by going over them again. And again, I'm trying to be kind of, I guess you'd call it sloppy, because that's the look I'm going for. Sloppy. No, not sloppy. Now look at that. We've created all sorts of interest and different highlights and lowlights simply with the 2 markers. Love it. Ooh, look at where we're going here. And then we're going to die cut that. Okay, let me put these away. I've got to try and keep myself organized, because this one has a lot of different colors, right? Let's see. Well, temperatures here in beautiful Boise, Idaho are deciding to go back up to normal-ish. We're in the mid-80s, I think. But that's okay. It could be so much worse. And we've had a beautiful reprieve, probably starting last Thursday and going through yesterday. One day I don't even think it was much over 64 or 65. I had the heater on a couple of nights. I mean, I thought about it. I thought, this is crazy. But then I turned it on because one morning I got up and it was about 62 in the house. Okay, so whoa. We needed it. It's just kind of unheard of. But don't worry, it'll get us. It'll get us in the end here. We're just starting with summer, aren't we? Okay, so I'm going to grab this outline piece and my plates for the mini. You can run so many of our dies through the mini. I think about 90% is what they say. So lots of times I will use the larger die cutter, simply because of the size of cardstock that I'm working with. Like, I don't want to trim it down. But man, when I'm using my scraps, I just let the mini do all the work. She's so versatile and easy. Okay, that looks good. Let's see what we get. What are we going to get? Nobody knows. Look at that. I love it. That's a beautiful focal point for that card. So pretty. Okay, and then let's see if I can start stacking these things. I can't wait to just go full bore with this suite. But paper pumpkin's going to keep me busy for a while. Okay, now we're just dry fitting this. I cut this at, I think, only a 1/2 inch. I really think I want even less than that. Just a little bit. I want to tuck it under the larger piece. And then we're going to have this. Oh gosh, we could have it a number of different ways, can't we? We kind of have it like that. We could have it sitting flat. We could have it over here, I guess, with the sentiment. Okay, let's see. I think it's a beautiful summer birthday card, but let me see if I like that. I think it'd also be a beautiful hay card. Hey. We could do that. I'm not so sure. How about, hey, happy birthday? That's kind of fun. How about, I'm almost thinking nothing on the front now that I did that. And then we'll do the inside because it's just so pretty. And then I still want to put gems on it. So kind of thinking nothing. Of course, okay, let's see. I was going to show you also the gems. Now, where'd I put those? I've got the 25 to 27 in color flat pearls over here. And I thought those would be gorgeous to add with a lot of gold already. Okay, we're going to do that. So let's just go ahead and get these 3 layers glued together. Here's how I'm going to do it. Going to put some glue on this. And not a lot, right? I'm going to go ahead and glue this down to the bottom. And I can give you the measurement on this after I glue it. I don't remember exactly what it was. I know it's 5 long. Okay, and then before that solidifies too much, I'm going to bring the gold in. And I am going to slip it underneath that layer so that I can create a skinnier strip. And whoops, I'm just eyeballing this, so I want to pick it up. Could use, now I'm going to use my grid line, so I think it's in place. Just a touch. Okay. Good. Okay, and I was going to trim excess if there was some, but there's not. So that's really pretty. And then I'm just going to put the whole thing up on dimensionals. Did not go outside with my friends for today. I was having some wobbly knees today, so we didn't do that, but that's okay. They went out with their friend Michael yesterday, so, and their dog walker Lindsay's gonna be, she's been gone for a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but she was only gone on Monday, but I worked from home every day last week, so I walked them. So they cry when they see Lindsay after she's been gone for a while. I'm not kidding. They love their Lindsay. Not that I would ever want to, but if I ever thought of not having Lindsay come by, we would have issues. We would have some definite morning dogs. So it's a good thing we love her. Okay, I'm going to bring in the early espresso again for a little happy birthday action. I mean, everybody wants a special card on their birthday. Very pretty. And then why don't I bring in this smaller flower. Love it. And we'll use that too. Here we go. Maybe it could be right down here. It could be, no, it looks upside down there. Could be this way. Could be this way. Whoops. Sorry, everybody. That woke you up, didn't it? It's the only bad thing about using the glass mat. It's loud when you drop stuff. I'm sure the dogs are wondering what's going on back here. Okay. Now, I can tell you, I'm not in love with that. Just odd. Usually I would like it. No, I don't like that. We have to give it another go. This, I didn't like that as a partial image. Looked a little weird, didn't it? Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, let's start with this. How about that? Okay. And then let's bring this in and see what we think. Let's put it in the nook. See the nook right there above the flowers? Okay, that looks a lot more intentional than this. The spacing was just off on it. So I like this option. Okay. And I'm going to bring this guy in. And as I said, that's just a beautiful combination of colors. Peach pie and timid tiger. And then pumpkin pie would be on the other side of this, being darker. And It's a beautiful trio. I can't wait to use that with things like early espresso and metallics for the fall. Ooh, I like it already. Okay, and then finally, let's get this beautiful piece. Okay, and what about a little Stella? Little Wink of Stella. Okay, let's do that on. Ooh, oh my goodness, that's dark. Wait a minute. I don't know that it's really, it must be like brand new or something. Dang it. Well, now I have to do it over here. Okay, I'm going to be a lot more sparing with that than I was going to be. I was going to paint over the whole thing, but it feels like it's a little overdone. Like there's a lot of Wink of Stella in the barrel. Let's see. I don't want to ruin all of our beautiful coloring. Here we go. Easy does it. Okay, get just those lines there. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna bring it up for you to see. It was dropping it quite heavy, like in the center there. Usually it's much more translucent, so we're all good. We can leave it just like that. And let's bring this in. We'll put these up on a layer too. Oops. Okay. Has anyone put this kit together already? Are you still working on it? Still looking at alternates, or did you just use the use everything as designed and make a beautiful set of cards that way? It all works. There's no wrong way to put your paper pumpkin together. In fact, you can let it sit and cure in the closet if you want. I don't recommend that, but you know, it will wait for you if you don't have time. And these oh, I said I wanted orange, didn't I? Well, it's a good thing you can kind of change your mind. Just take your pick tool in here and slide off those gold sequins and bring in the orange instead. Oh yeah. Oh yes, I love it. Let's do this. There are 3 different sizes. When there's 3 different sizes, I like to go big and small together, and then mini or medium. Okay, and then for the second set, anything goes, but I'm going to use big and small. Whoops. This one's trying to run away. No, we need you. We need you. Ooh, that's pretty. Well, this has very little resemblance to the card as designed and still lovely. Don't you think? I think that's a great birthday card. I'm going to send this to my friend Myrna. She doesn't watch me, and her birthday is on the 27th. She's in town, so it's okay. See there how that worked? I got my birthday card made. Not like I don't have a million in my stash, and then everything just fits nicely in this beautiful envelope. I love that so much. And what do you think of that card? I liked it. Okay, let me clean these, and then I have a different technique for you. Haven't tried it. Don't know if it's going to work out, but I was inspired by one of the designs in the paper pumpkin, and I wanted to kind of try to do it my own way. Okay, so let's put these back. I don't know which stamps I'm going to use, if any. We're going to do some watercoloring. Just some watercolor wash. Easy, easy. We're not doing nothing difficult because, you know, I'm an easy watercolorer, not a difficult watercolorer. Oh, you jump in there. You can jump back in there too. Okay. Alrighty. Now, in case you missed it, earlier today, I did download a video for you that I've had. It explains how to make your own large sized memento ink pad out of our craft Stampin' Pad. So if you missed that, again, it's uploaded on Facebook and YouTube for you. If you have any questions, you can let me know, but I talk you through the process and then show you the item codes and the products that you need, which are not many. Not many. Okay, so here we go. This is what I've pulled for the second card, and then I have this brilliant idea. Okay, so this is our inspiration. This is the card front from the back that I just used on the first card. This is what the card front looks like. And then you take this and lay it over the design. And so it's like you have really nondescript flowers in the background, and then you bring the detail over the front. Okay. And so I thought, well, hey, crafty self, why don't you take some watercolor paper and then we are going to make our own design. Oh my gosh, different colors. And then we will overlay this on still I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock card base. And our paper, if you're searching for it in my store, it's called Fluid 100 watercolor paper. It comes, yeah, it's this size, 5 by 7. I just cut it in half, and then I can use 2. I get 2 out of a card base. So then you have, this ends up being 3.5 by 5. Okay, so the card base is going to look just a little different, which again, I like. It's more of a rectangle with a little bit more on the top and the bottom. You see a little bit more of a card base than you do on the sides. Now, the second thing I want to do to adjust this overlay is, because of those measurements, this comes out a little further than I would like. So I just am going to snip off this leaf. And I think we're still going to have some cool interest, because a little bit of this will come outside of the watercolor paper. But it's going to be the pieces that we are not going to watercolor. And then my hope is that when I lay it down, it ends up looking like this, which I think is very pretty. Now, at this point, you could do the very same thing, and you don't have to do any watercoloring. You could simply choose a background paper that you like, be it pattern or something else, and that could be the background. No, that's too busy. But one of the darker patterns. In fact, let me see. Well, we could use that. I was thinking of the Pretty Peacock, but in any case, you can use some background paper as a mat, and then that would be really pretty. But as I said, I just felt like challenging myself a tiny bit. It's a mini challenge. And we're going to do some watercolor wash back behind this. Okay, so I have an aqua painter somewhere. Did I put them away? Was I that orderly? I have a ton of them, first of all, and I have a ton of regular paintbrushes. So just use what you have. We are not currently selling water painters because we are looking for a new manufacturer. But in the meantime, you can find plenty that look something like this all over the internet, various arts and crafts supply stores, or, the little mom and pop shop, Amazon. They are there as well. Probably even at the dollar store. I don't know. But in any case, you can find a water painter or an old paintbrush from a previous kit, whatever you like. And then using this as our guide, you know, it's roughly the same measurements. I am going to try to place some color for these images. In fact, here's another thing we could do because this the flowers themselves really do come in tight on the watercolor paper, don't they? Maybe I could mark them just a little bit with pencil. Okay. So let's see here. Kind of like, is this gonna work? Do you guys think this is gonna work? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but we're gonna try it. May have to erase this or it may just stay, but this thing comes out here. Then this guy goes out this way. Okay, now I'm gonna lay this right like that, like it is. Okay, now look, I don't know. Is that gonna be helpful? I'm not sure. This is the center of the largest flower. This one, and then this guy over here. Yeah, okay. It'll get us started in the right direction. That's funny. But I have the other half of that watercolor paper, and normally I wouldn't indulge in using this size of paper as my swatch, but I'm going to because I don't have any other pieces or offcuts of watercolor paper right now. I have used them all, and so I had to start fresh. So I am going to have a little swatch over here before I put it on my final card base because I want to see what I'm laying down before I do it. Okay, so let's see here. Now I haven't even thought of the colors. That was kind of silly, but it's okay because I can use our color coach. How about that? I do really like Old Olive or Mossy Meadow with for the greenery, so that's fine. We know that part. But then let's look around. Okay, let's look on those then. Let's look at Mossy Meadow. I am using the color coach that is provided by Stampin' Up. You can find this and print it yourself on my website, thestampingzoo.com. It's over on the right hand side in the columns over there. I don't love any of those. Let's do, well, I know I like Berry Burst. We could just kind of switch these colors around. Maybe that's what we'll do. They are winners. Okay, let's bring in, well, I'm torn. Like, do I want to just go totally rogue? I don't think so. We could use Lost Lagoon for the flowers, or for the leaves, though. Then if we did that, if you guys have any color combos, shout them out. Otherwise, I may just go with the original colors, but just move them around a little bit. Let's see. This one could go with, I see any inspiration. And then about, ooh, I could do different purples. Where's my, Petunia Pop. Any color choices for me you'd like? I like that. I'm liking that. Speak now, forever hold your peace. That, I like it. This for the leaves. This for the smallest flower. One of these for the big and the small then. Okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. I want to look a little bit at Fresh Freesia. Okay, see that in there? That's a little bit of re-inker that I already have in there. And so I just want to lay a little bit of this down and see how I like it. Oh, it's pretty. Now I want to lay a little bit of Petunia Pop down and see which one I like better. And that's going to be the largest one. Oh, I don't want to do that. That has Stella in it. I was using this for all sorts of palettes, right? Oh, both are pretty. It's difficult. They're very close, aren't they? I think I want to use the Fresh Freesia as the main color because Lost Lagoon, this is like a little bit of a paler color combination. Ooh, Amy says add yellow. We could, Amy. We could. Maybe a little lolly. Let's see what it looks like. Wet. Okay, so today I am just going to drop some of the color down in the lids. Okay, I do have a silicone palette that comes with the matte, but this is really a convenient way to do it too, is just to literally grab it out of there and paint direct from here or put, oh yes, good job, Amy. Thought you guys were taking an after work nap on me there, but nope. You're coming in hot now. Okay, good. Very good. All right, Fresh Freesia. We're going to start with Fresh Freesia in the center. Thanks, Debbie. And, oh, let's just do, again, I need to mix some more of. So, let's see, we might need that. This is one big reason why you want to buy the re-inkers when you're buying your ink pads, if they're available, because you definitely want to be able to re-ink your classic Stampin' Pad, and they last for years, so you're going to want to have the re-inker. But you're also going to want the re-inker for water and other kind of techniques. I was thinking the other day about that shaving cream technique. Well, you need a re-inker for that. Okay, you've got to have a re-inker. I'm going to start to pull some of this off. And making, this is like the reservoir and this is the dam. Bringing my day job into this. Okay, the reservoir, and then we're coming down in the spillway. Okay, everybody. We're coming into the spillway and we're getting ready to release the water. Okay, sometimes you need a little bit of a, there we go. There you go. Now you can see everything. You can see the inspo and the original. Now I started on dry watercolor paper because I didn't want this going everywhere, right? I want it kind of staying in its place. I do have all those pencil marks. I wonder if they're going to come off or if I'm just going to have to place my overlay very carefully. Now I'm going to start trying to drop in some more of the concentrated color. It is not going to be as defined as their beautiful inspo over here, but it doesn't have to be because the overlay takes care of all that. Okay, let's leave it like that and work on another section and then come back to that after we let it dry a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at that Night of Navy off to the left. And I need, now you can smash these ink pads and get a little bit of ink in the palette that way too, but it's, my hand strength isn't what it used to be. So I just do this because I always have the re-inkers. Okay, can I find Night of Navy? Come on. Where are you? I have several pretty peacocks. And yet, I can't find, okay, it doesn't matter. We're going to try that technique that I just told you. My hands can't really do, so kind of hold them together like this. Ugh. It's like a hand strength exercise. See, that's all I got, which is fine. It's Night of Navy, so it's going to be really, again, it's a dark and moody. And again, I want to try it over here. Look, it has some definite violet to it, doesn't it? That's going to come in handy. I like seeing that. Definitely. Okay, and that is more like over here. I don't want to run the lines together yet. They can once you have one of the colors completely dry. Otherwise, you know how water works. I don't know the chemical term for it, but it will blend together. So let's just lay off that right now. Okay, and then as I'm closing these, they don't sit in the water. Okay, you can leave it that way. I will come back at the end of the video and wipe this out with a paper towel. I just don't like it in there. And when I use these for classes or whatever, sometimes they get carried out of here on their sides. And so I tend to want to clean that up. But, okay, that lemon lolly, we've got to use it. It's so beautiful. Okay, I want to use it for up above here. Good job, Amy. Amy, coming in. Coming in hot, Amy. We may have to lay down some more, but that's where we're going to start. It's awfully light compared to, oh, look, there was a dam breach down here. That's okay. That's all right. Okay, the other, let's see, let's do some of the Lost Lagoon. That's going to be what our leaves are. Let's see if I can find that color. This is so fun. See, I've been thinking about it off and on today, right? So like, as I'm doing a little accounting, then I go, ooh, I think we're going to do this watercolor. And then I'll do a little more accounting and I'll be like, ooh, I think we could use that overlay. Hello, Jennifer. Nice to see you. You were a little hesitant to try using on an uninked craft pad, but truthfully, what everyone says about it is true. You get a much better image. Yes, she's talking about the hack video that I posted earlier today, and it is true, and it's so much easier. Like the original Memento pad, it's not bad, but this is better, right? Vanilla ice cream's not bad, but when you can have peanut butter chocolate. Now, Trish, if Trish is on here, she would tell you she wants vanilla. We went, when we were in Utah, we went to this, I can't even remember the name. It was like a person's name. It was like this fancy, well-known, 100 different flavors kind of thing. And Trish had vanilla. And, I gotta say, it was delicious. Now, I don't know how this is gonna look. It's gonna come outside of the overlay probably. It's a little odd. We may run into artistic troubles here, but I don't know. Okay, so then we have, let's see. Now I can bring this in slightly. We have this, this, and this. See now? See what I was doing? I'm off kilter just a little bit. Like this. Oh, here. Let's see. Oh, I see what I did. Well, I was off a little bit. The yellow is not lined up. Is that right? Oh, I've got this all messed up. I love the center flower. Okay, well, we're gonna make some of the leaves yellow now. This, I don't know what's going on there. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try and work it out. Okay, I got offline there a little bit, but you know what? Let me bring this in again. I'm gonna try to just put a little more Lost Lagoon on it in a funky area, like down in there. Okay, all is not lost. It's watercolor. Just, you know, try it out. Also, I'm going to bring more water up into this, and I'm going to try and make it not so harsh, because I thought I was coloring leaves up there, but I got off base. I got off base. So now this is where the watercolor paper comes in handy so much, because you can thin this out and get it to a much lighter state. It's not going to go away. It's not color lifter, but it kind of is, I guess. I guess you could kind of call it color lifter. Then you can let it dry and you can repaint over that area. Okay. Now let me see this thing again. Now that we've kind of got it. That's what I wanted, but it was off. My brain was off. I can see it. I can see my pencil marks very clearly now that I know what I'm doing, but okay. Let's see, we gotta snake that one right in there. Oh, hey Trish. Yep, there she is. Vanilla's her favorite. She was so funny. She didn't care if I was teasing her. She's like, whatever. It's what I like. She even let me try some. And so, like I said, I know it's delicious. Now, I didn't have peanut butter chocolate either. Oh, I had something with berry in it, I'm sure. I'm sure I had some kind of berry thing. It was very good. And Teresa, another gal that was with us, I think she had the same flavor that I did. So we were all having fun. So you can learn a lot about a person at the ice cream store, can't you? Okay. Now, where's my petunia pop? Yeah, this isn't petunia pop. It's fresh freesia. So, I mean, you can only imagine what petunia pop's going to look like. Oh, yeah. Wait, it looks the same. Guess it's kind of the same. What do I want to do? I want to bring in, I said it was like purple, right? But let me bring in just a little more re-inker. See if I can get it darker. Blackberry. Yeah, maybe blackberry. You may be right, Trish. I know it was some kind of a berry thing that I had. It was, yeah, I think you're right. I was like, because it tasted really like fresh berries, you know? It was good. Good stuff. Okay, that's a little better as far as getting some contrast, right? Okay. Boy, if you're just tuning in, look at this masterpiece. But we don't need it to be beautiful. I mean, we don't need it to be perfect. No, we need it to be beautiful, Lisa. We just don't need it to be perfect because we're actually overlaying. Okay. We don't need it to be beautiful because I'm making it. Okay, that's great. It's something I want to watch. I'm not in love with the navy, but I have to use it again. It can't just be sitting out there by itself. So I'm going to use it on a couple of these smaller flowers over in the bottom left. See there? Okay. And then, let's see. I want to make a yellow flower, but I kind of messed it up, didn't I, Amy, by putting yellow leaves. Maybe I'll try the yellow again. And maybe we'll cover this with, we could probably cover it with Pretty Peacock. That's dark enough. Okay, where's my Lolly? She's so light and cute. Not overwhelming at all. Well, you didn't catch me live on the ink video, technically, because I uploaded that, but we'll count it, Trish. We'll count it. I hope you liked it. Hope you found it helpful and that you're going to make your own ink pad if you haven't already. I've been wanting to get that video out for a while now. I just haven't made the time. If I could make time, like literally make time, boy, wouldn't that be good? I'd be selling it and using it like there's no tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking. You guys think I'm looking down at the paper, but I'm looking up at the screen. I'm getting better feedback. I can see better when I'm looking at the screen you're looking at. Oh, yes. Check it. Okay, I need a little bit more petunia pop. And then oh shoot, you guys, I'm gonna have to, I forgot to mention, I'm having some meal delivery and the truck's here. So I'm gonna need to postpone you for just a second. The dogs have not seen them yet, thank God. You know, it's coming in handy. The dogs are losing their hearing. And it's kind of nice, actually. I just happened to hear the truck roll up here and use its, oh, okay, I'll be right back. Don't move. Okay, friends. All right. Oh, I love this meal delivery. I've been using it for a few weeks, and it's very tasty. Very tasty. You can let me know if you want the information if you're in town. I mean, they go to like Boise, Meridian, Cuna, so they go to lots of places. All right. Let's see here. I think this is really, I'm sure you can do something where you like sketch this in advance and do something like that. I have some of this liquid stuff that you could paint on this in advance to know where your lines are. But really, for what we're doing, this is kind of like, it's kind of fun, pretty easy. Okay, let me bring the peacock in. I think we're going to go ahead and go with that for the leaves. I mean, it's just so gorgeous. Look at it now, though. It looks so weird. I was just going to say, Lori, whose dog started barking? That happens to me, too. You know, when I'm watching whatever, doing whatever, they'll perk up. I went in there, though. I mean, it's funny. They were like dead to the world on their blankies. So, they didn't even know anything until, boy, they can hear that Ring doorbell, even though it doesn't ring inside. And so, oh my gosh, see, now we're going to get intense. So, of course, like, even when they hear that on TV, you know, and they're like, on it. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. I want to swim in waters the color of Pretty Peacock, apparently. It's very turquoise, isn't it? Okay. Beautiful. All right, I'm coming up in here. This is going to be leaves. And you can still see a little yellow base, but it's going to work out. Yes. Okay, and then kind of have everything else in place, right? It's like I've got a color in here. I just don't want to go out too far, so I'll probably eyeball it a little bit a few times. Okay, and I also might want to lighten this one up just a little bit. Let's see if I can without going back to the yellow. Okay. Probably a little bit. This is very fun. The overlay is like magic. So see, don't forget, you can overlay this on just a solid piece of paper if you'd like. That would be really neat. Okay. Now I'm getting to where I don't want to make it too defined. There. What about this? Oh, Houston, I think we're there. There, that's pretty. I think I want to come around the other corners though and do Lost Lagoon, a watered out Lost Lagoon, because that's what I'm feeling, I guess. Okay, so I took that out of there right away. It was so intense. I was afraid to wear it. And let's see what we got. We'll get there. Let me double check this. So who's feeling brave? Who's going to try this technique on this with this or something else now that we've like given it a try? Hopefully I have demystified it if there was anything mysterious about it. And just paper. And look, you too can make this masterpiece. Take a screenshot of it. You don't want to lose this, but it all makes sense. If you've been hanging out, it all makes sense. My, it's gonna look so fun. Okay, 1 minute here. Let me get this out too. So by the time you kind of finish adding all the water you want for something really washed out, there's a little bit of water in there. Let me put this in the windowsill. It's safer over there for right now. I'll just run this through with clean water. Our inks are pretty easy to get out of our tools that way. So not a big deal. Well, hello, Ruth. Look what we just worked on. Isn't it pretty? Okay, stay tuned. We're working on a process here. Now I need to bring the heat tool in and dry this because we're going to try and adhere the overlay to it. Hopefully we'll be able to. I'm gonna dry it out a little bit. But then I'm gonna put glue dots on the top of this, just like you do for the card as designed. And then instead of it being over here, right? That's what it normally looks like. And I realize mine is not to that level. It's not supposed to be. Somebody has done a beautiful job of watercoloring that, haven't they? Okay, and again, this is the beautiful design, the card as designed. Once you overlay and stamp your sentiment and put it onto that same card base that has the beautiful glittery, glimmery background. I'll get this as dry as I can right now. And then, if it comes off a little bit afterward, that's okay. I can reapply it. Over. Okay, that's good enough for right now. Okay, now, remember how I told you, if you've used the kits before, you either have a love or hate relationship with these. Let's at least have a like relationship, shall we? I find it best to use the take your pick tool and just come in here, place, okay? So I'm pulling them off with a finger, just be able to place them. And the kit actually tells you the best places to place these. But now that I've done, I've made a couple of them, I know that they have placed these little separation spots in particular so that a glue dot fits there. So it's very handy. So like right in here, a glue dot fits. And on the leaves, glue dots fit. In the centers, like there's all these little places they have hidden them. And so see how I'm taking them off, laying them down, and then just pressing down with my finger. And then to get the backings off, and the backings do, they have a lot of static, just like all of the rest of the backings. That's just what backing paper does. I do this. And they just come right off. And so I think they're faster than off of the roll. Okay. And you get so many. So what you need to do is find somebody who doesn't like theirs when they're working with them and be like, hey, can I have those? Okay. Then you'll have one that doesn't want to get picked up. You say, okay, fine. Okay, I think I have all that I put down. Yeah. Okay, let's see how this works. This wonky thing, right? It's pretty wonky. Okay, I'm going to watch from up above because, again, it gives me a better vantage point. Believe it or not, it gives me a better idea. And I'm coming in for a landing. Ooh, for a closed landing. How about right? And then right in here. Close. We're going to use it. It's supposed to be abstract anyway. How do I know that? Because I said it. It's my card. It's abstract. Okay, I'm going to try to burnish that, right? And then I'm going to bring in tear and tape. Just Seal Plus kind of can rip this. And so I'm bringing in a tear and tape that I already have started. But of course, we have some tear and tape in the kit as well. That's what they will give you instead of tape runner, because of course they're trying to make the cost of this no more than the $25. And so they can't put a tape runner in it. That's like a deluxe product. So We get tear and tape, which is fantastic to have. And again, then I have extra because they always give you more than you need in the kits. So I'm going to do this, and just because we haven't let this dry very well, I'm going to bring this in, okay? Now, I want to remind you really quickly a couple of things, if you don't mind. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Please don't forget that with every $30 purchase or more, you will earn your exclusive admittance to the Llama Lounge. It is a technique-based exclusive video with printable for you, and there will be a new lounge show, a new show in the lounge, I guess, every month that will feature a new technique. Again, exclusively for purchasing $30 or more from the stampinzoo.com. That is before you redeem your Stampin Rewards. Okay, baby, it's warm outside. Oh, it's going to be warm on July 17th. So why don't you go ahead and register for the bingo, okay? It's a Christmas in July bingo. I have the bundle here that I'm going to be working with. So stay tuned because I'm going to show it to you when I come back on camera here. It's so cute. I can't wait to design with it. So this is a card class via Zoom, and you also play 4 games of bingo. And the prizes are Stampin' Up! Gift certificates, so you can redeem them for exactly whatever you would like. I think it's a lot of fun. We play actual bingo with actual bingo cards and a variant with some playing cards. I like the real deal, okay? I don't like to just play with numbers in the air. And so that's how I play it. And plus you get the class too. So it's super fun. And the more people that play, the more I give away. Okay? So invite your friends. And again, that's all going to be via Zoom starting at 6:30 on a Thursday night. I will not go live that Thursday night. We'll be moving that to another night. And so please register for that. Again, the registration links for this and all of my events are down below this video in the description. Okay? If you are in Boise or would like to be on Saturday, July 12th, I will have Stamp Camp here at my house where you make 4 cards using current Stampin' Up! Product. The cost is $25 or absolutely free with a $30 order. Register for this and do not pay until the day of class. Also, this will be the first day that I begin a BOGO sale. I'll take it online after that, but this will be the first chance for customers to look at all of the product. Okay, and if you would like to join my Zubilee online crafting kit, you can choose to do either a single month or a month-to-month subscription. Once you have completed 6 consecutive months in the subscription, you receive a goodie bag, which I just sent out a bunch of goodie bags with this month's kit. This class offers 5 cards and 1 product, or 1 project. Can be a 3D item usually. You can add the bundle for this class, and I pay the shipping and tax. And then, as I said, you receive about $25 of product. And this month, for July, I'll be featuring the Painterly Pairs, which comes live to customers on July 1st. But I've had it for a little while and I've created with it. So if you've seen me working with that and you're thinking, I too must have that, then join us for the class. It's very fun. Finally, I will have an August Stamp Camp on August 9th. Same deal as always. And I would love to have you join me for that. It's all fun. Any and all will be fun, whether you're live, whether you're in person. And so I welcome you to all of that. And thank you so much to my lovely customers that are already registered. Okay, well, here's how that card turned out. I think it's kind of cool. It is not meant to look like this at all, and it doesn't. Let's put a sentiment on it, though. And before I do that, though, I want to bring in, whoops, now this. Okay, so I don't want to mix up too many events. This is the bundle that I'll be using during the bingo class. It's called Bauble Blooms because it has this beautiful ornament with blooms on it. And it has a very simple die set. I believe the cost of it's about $35. And again, I will pay the shipping and tax if you add this onto your bingo registration. But anyway, we're going to work with this. I will make cards and send you the card kits. And to make the cards as designed, you will want to have this bundle, whether you buy it from me or from yourself. But you can also use anything you have in your own stash to vary the designs. So don't you worry. You can make cards with the bundle or without the bundle, or a mix if you like. Okay, so here are the 3 cards as designed. Again, beautiful paper pumpkin. If you don't know much about paper pumpkin, I told you all you really need to know in this video, okay? It's very simple and very versatile. And then here is my interpretation of, well, what we could do with the overlay. And then, where'd that other card run off to? Where are you, Bipsy? Where'd you go? Hold on. Oh, I put it in the envelope. That's right. Now, where is that? I put it right up here because it's from my friend Myrna, right? And then here's that one using the background and bringing in some of the stamps. So my goodness, I hope that whets your appetite for this new Full of Charm suite. Again, coming live to customers on July 1st or available to add to a starter kit today. And let's put a sentiment on this. You guys can stick around for that if you want to. But I am going to take the sentiment strip from the paper pumpkin, and let's use a stamp from the paper pumpkin because it had so many great ones. And let's see here. I really want that little strip. I feel like the strip will fit the shape of everything else going on. All this organic shape, and then we will put the sentiment strip in there. So where'd my stamps run off to? Where'd you go now? Oh, over here. Maybe. Does anybody see? Oh, here they are. Okay. I could use the happy birthday on that as well. I think I'm going to. I always need birthday cards. Always need to a wonderful friend. You could use to a wonderful friend happy birthday as well, right? It all works. So let's see here. Happy birthday. There's that. And then I am going to bring in this little strip. I'm going to leave it on there and stamp. So I have something to grab onto when I'm stamping. So I can hold on to the edge of the cardstock. Now, it's not normal that I would stamp in the midst of a bunch of finished cards, but that's me. I'm wacky sometimes. Gotta get my head in here. And they have given us a couple of extras. I feel like I want to try that again. Let me try it down here. There we go. $5.50. Oh my goodness, those dogs are going to be so irritated with me. Oh, so cute. Although they kind of nap a lot. They nap more. Oh, they nap more than they used to. I got myself. I've been hit, but they will rally. Let's just say that they rally when I get the frying pan out. Start talking about turkey and all that business. They're on it. Okay, couldn't finish a card making session with Pretty Peacock without getting it on myself. This goes up on dimensionals, and then we're going to finish it out. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to use the gold sequins. I feel like that's kind of a cop-out. I want to use something that's Pretty Peacock. Thank you, Deborah. I know this month's paper pumpkin, I mean, I say this just about every month. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you're not already receiving my emails, please sign up for them. I am going to release a preview of the next 3 months of paper pumpkins, and they are so charming. Even just the little preview picture, I'm like, I can't wait. So there will be a new set of dies that will be available. They're, I believe, $13. No, there's 13 dies. I ordered them. I saw them. I think I might have thrown them away on the day of Creativity Now. Isn't that great? But I still have to go out and go through the recycling. Anyway, that's an aside. But I did order them already. If you're an existing Paper Pumpkin customer, you can order the optional dies. Okay, and I promise you, they're very cute. There's a lot of fall things in there, so you're gonna love it. Okay, let's see what we've got going on. Do we have any pretty peacock dots? I don't know if we do. I almost want to use basic rhinestones. I mean, they're, you know, a no-brainer. I've been kind of wanting to use those. Ooh, there are these, but that shape is too busy. I don't want that for this card. It has enough going on. Okay, we're gonna just use basic rhinestones. Okay, and let's see here. There we go. Whoa, she's a lovely one. It's a nice. Let's see. I don't think I want to do. Let's do this. And then let's go ahead and do 4 and 5. All right. Well, there are my two of my alternates, I should say. I could go on and on, but you know, I have children to feed, and so do you. So I would love to see your alternates. Feel free to tag me at thestampingzoo.com or just send me a picture, because I'd love to see what you come up with for your own creative alternates. Okay, but even if you're just making them as designed, paper pumpkin is a no-brainer way to have so much fun. Think about sending it as a gift to a friend or taking it to a friend's house and working on it with them together. It's just fun and something different, right? And 0 calories. Well, unless you add a margarita, but that's your business. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I will be back to see you on Thursday, but again, I do have a couple of emails coming out, so please register for the email list if you have not already. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys later.